In a small town, there lived a boy named Ryan. He was incredibly smart, the kind of kid everyone said had limitless potential. He could do anything he wanted, achieve anything he set his mind to. And Ryan had a big dream, a noble one. He wanted to become a doctor. The path seemed clear, his goal was set, and everything looked like it was falling into place. But Ryan had one massive problem, a secret battle he was fighting every single day. He couldn't control his own mind. It was a restless, untamed thing. Every time he sat down to study, his focus would splinter. His mind would wander off, pulling him towards the siren call of his phone, the endless scroll of social media, or the rabbit hole of YouTube videos. Other times, he'd just drift away into elaborate daydreams, imagining his future success without putting in the present work. He had a favorite phrase, a comforting lie, he told himself over and over. "Oh, there's still plenty of time. I'll get to it later." But the funny thing about later is that it's a destination that never arrives. His parents, his teachers, everyone who cared about him, constantly reminded him how crucial it was to study with complete focus. They saw his potential and were desperate for him to use it. But Ryan had his own theory. He genuinely believed that if you're smart, success is guaranteed. Talent was the only ingredient he thought was necessary. He was convinced that hard work was for people who weren't as naturally gifted as him. He coasted on this belief, confident that his intelligence would carry him through. Then came the day the results for the school's big scholarship exam were posted. This was a huge deal for Ryan. In his heart, he knew that winning the scholarship would be a massive step towards making his dream of becoming a doctor a reality. It would ease the financial burden and validate his path. He walked up to the results board with a feeling of nervous excitement. But when his eyes found his name, his world shattered. Had failed. Not just missed the top spot, but failed completely. His heart broke into a million pieces. As he looked around, he saw the faces of his friends, the ones who studied regularly, who put in the hours day after day. They were all celebrating. They had all done incredibly well. In that moment, the harsh reality hit him like a physical blow. His raw intelligence hadn't been enough. That failure was a wake-up call, a painful but necessary lesson. Ryan went home, his mind a storm of disappointment and regret. For the first time, he didn't run from his thoughts. He sat with them. He realized that talent without discipline is like a powerful engine without a steering wheel. It has all the potential to go fast, but it will inevitably crash. His friends, who he might have considered less naturally smart, had surpassed him through sheer consistency and hard work. The pain of that failure became his fuel. He decided he was done with later. He was done with excuses. He started small. He began using the Pomodoro technique, studying in focused 25-minute bursts, followed by a 5-minute break. During those 25 minutes, his phone was in another room. Social media tabs were closed, and his only focus was the textbook in front of him. It was incredibly difficult at first. His mind still tried to wander, begging for a distraction. But this time Ryan fought back. He gently guided his focus back to his work, again and again. He also started a study journal. He wrote down his goals for each day, not just study biology, but specific, actionable tasks, like read chapter 3 and summarize the key concepts. Ticking off these small goals gave him a sense of accomplishment that was far more satisfying than any mindless scrolling. He learned that motivation isn't something you wait for. It's something you create through action. Slowly but surely, the transformation began. The restless energy in his mind started to calm. He found that he could focus for longer periods. The material started to stick. He wasn't just memorizing facts. He was understanding concepts on a deep level. Studying was no longer a chore he had to force himself to do. It became a challenge he enjoyed. He was finally channeling his intelligence in a productive way. His grades started to improve dramatically. His teachers noticed a change, not just in his scores, but in his attitude. He participated more in class, asked insightful questions, and even started helping his classmates. The boy who once believed talent was everything was now the living embodiment of hard work paying off. He learned that true intelligence isn't just about how quickly you can grasp a concept, but about your ability to be disciplined, to persevere, and to stay focused on your long-term goals. Years when Ryan never forgot the sting of that scholarship failure, but now he viewed it as the most important moment of his life. It was the catalyst that forced him to confront his weaknesses and build the mental discipline he so desperately needed. He not only got into a prestigious medical school, but excelled there. Today, if you visit that small town, you might hear the story of Dr. Ryan. He's not just a brilliant doctor, he's a compassionate one, known for his incredible focus and dedication to his patients. He often shares his story with young students, not to brag about his success, but to share the crucial lesson he learned. He tells them that your mind can be your greatest asset or your biggest enemy. It all depends on who is in control. He explains that potential is just a starting point. It's the consistent, focused effort you put in every single day that turns that potential into reality. Ryan's story is a powerful reminder for all of us. No matter how smart or talented you are, success is a product of discipline. It's about winning the small battles against distraction, day after day, until you finally reach your dream. Thank you for watching. If this story resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. We'll see you in the next one.